I started this assignment by creating my first transformation in Spoon and named it as extract customer. In this transformation, I added CSV file input and I connected it to a dataset that I downloaded it from internet. And to check if the dataset was loaded properly, I used get fields and preview options to check if the data was loaded properly. And then I need to load this data into a database. That's when I used Table Plus, and I have created a database connection named Playground. And I and I and I used output option, that is table output. And here I have made a new connection, giving the details that were similar to the Table Plus database connection. That's how they both got linked. And then I have created SQL file using the CSV file information. And once it was done, I ran the transformation, but then it gave me error because the table field and stream field had the columns had space in between the names. Like for example, customer ID had name between customer and the ID, first name and the name, last and name, phone and one, like that. We had space, so it didn't run properly, so I had to remove the space between them. And then I ran it again, still it showed me error. It said that there was no enough space, like, for the code to run. So I also adjusted some of the sizes in Table Plus. I have changed varchar to 100. That's how it got. And after changing the data, the the size, then after making these changes, the transformation ran properly and the data appeared in my database properly. Once that worked, I experimented using filtering option. Like I created one more table output, naming non-Venezuela country. This had Venezuela country people as well, and this had non-Venezuela, like the one who are not Venezuela country. I didn't create a table for this. I just wrote SQL commands, and I got this table into my Table Plus as well. This doesn't have the country Venezuela, and yeah. And then I ran it and it ran properly. And I created one more transformation, that is extract publication. And this time I used JSON input file, and I got this JSON input file from the data integration that belongs to Pentaho. And in that I had the JSON file, but it was not in the JSON file format. So I had to use Sublime Text and I used the packages in Sublime Text to convert it into a JSON format, the spacing and all, the indexing and all. And then I have copied the table output from the extract customer, and this time the connection was not made automatically. So what I did was I went back to extract customer, and then I pressed view button, and then I got the database connections and I shared it along with all the transformations. Once I press the share button, how many of the transformations I add, the database connection would appear. Like for example, this. And then I made this connection and I made the SQL table, and then it ran properly. And that's when my last step started. And that is, I created a job. It's not a transformation, it's a job. And I added start button, the start thing, and I added two transformations. I didn't directly copy the transformation 1 and 2 here. I added transformation 1 and 2, uh, transformation 1 and transformation 2, and I opened it, and I have saved my extract customer and extract publication into my downloads folder, and I browsed it and I got the transformation files. And then I ran it, it ran properly. And then I also created one mail thing here. If this doesn't work out, this the data gonna go to this mail thing, and if this doesn't work out, the data is gonna go through the mail thing. That's how I did my assignment. Thank you.